Hi, Unique. Hope everything is well, and I really hope you get this and watch this. So I'm looking at your equivalent fractions. I'm not sure if you watched the video. Use the fraction strip bars on the side, but that's what this lesson was about. Because your answers are not making sense. All right. For example, if I look at this first one here, 2 halves. We should know that 2 halves equals 1 whole, right? So if I look at my fraction strip, here's 2 halves. That equals one whole shape. Well, let's look if that's equivalent to 1/4. Here's 1/4, one little box over here. There is no way that that is even or equivalent to 2 halves. 2 halves is much larger. So your goal, your objective was to find something that was even or equivalent. So if I look at 1/4 and see this line of where it ends, if I just draw a line straight down, well, it doesn't equal 1/5, doesn't equal 1/6. Up, but look at there. There's another line that equals 2/8. 2/8 would equal 1/4. All right, and if I continue and I start looking at what I have, let's look at the bottom one here. Well, all last week we spoke about what do we do if fractions had the same denominator but a different numerator. All you had to do here was all this tells me is 2/3 is definitely bigger than 1/3. Look at the thirds line. 1/3, 2/3. That goes all the way up to this line, 2/3. 1/3 cannot be equivalent, can't be the same as 2/3. It just doesn't make sense. All right, so again, I would find 2/3, draw a line down, and find what's equivalent. Oh, it looks like it has something to do with sixths. So you better count how many sixths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/6 would be equal. All right. This one does happen to be correct. 6/3 and 1/3 is not. So I'm not really sure how you were coming across some of your answers. This next sheet does look more correct for the most part. In fact, these all look correct. So I'm not sure what happened on your first page. So just be a little more careful with how you're coming up with your answers. Over here, 3/4 cannot be equal to 3/8. They have the same numerator with two different denominators. So that would not make sense. And then the same thing here, 2/3 is not equivalent to 1/2. So you're gonna have to figure out, you're gonna have to look at that video again, look at your fraction strips right here as your model to help you find that answer.